to my channel. This morning I want to talk. Oh my god, y'all. I am driving my mom's raggedy van this morning. I'm sorry, Mom. Don't call your van raggedy. But you know what it is, guys. I hate vans. I had 3 of them in a Suburban, and like when they get old and I guess worn out, they start to ride like a bus. When I first got my Dodge, I had a Town and Country. When I first got my 2013 Town and Country, that baby rolled like a sailor, okay? 3 years down the line, I started feeling like, I don't know, it's just no matter what I did, it started driving like a bus, and I was like blow. The kids loved it, that car, because it had the TVs and all of that in the back. But you know, the computer shut down in that car, so this family is rough on cars. But anyway, back to the point at hand. I wanted to address Miss Jazz, my jazzy life. I feel what she coming from when she said that she's hurting. You know, I understand that she's, you know, it gets stressful, especially being a single mom, and then you like never ever get a break. Because I understand, you know, my kids and Holly never, you know, Jalen, my first son, he was on the go, okay? Everybody and their mama wanted him. He was never home. People trying to kidnap my child. I'm like, what? Boy, you got to come home. But Danny and Jacob, they have never ever been anywhere. They close in age, so you know how that go when you have step kids, you know, step kids back to back. It's almost like having twins. So I understand where she's coming from. I, you know, suggested that she do invest. That's why I was saying budget your lifestyle, because I really hope that she does invest in her sanity or whatever. You know, even though we didn't have a lot of money, we was living on one income or whatever, I would still, you know, hustle up enough money to do that for myself. Well, you know, as a mom, we have that security bag anyway. First of all, we have to make sure that we have everything, you know, we need for the kids, which is not always easy. But I mean, like, for real, if it's that much, you know, bothering you that much, Miss Jazzy, I really think you should invest in your sanity. And that means, you know, finding other outsources. Here in Georgia, we have an early Head Start program that you may qualify for. It's in I'm saying it's in different states. I lived in South Carolina, North Carolina, and Georgia, and I have friends that live up north. Like my best friend, she lives in Las Vegas. I got other friends that live in like Michigan. So these programs are pretty much everywhere, but it's called the Early Head Start program. They might be under different names, because here it's called Early Head Start, and then South Carolina it's called the STAR program. Yeah, South Carolina called the STAR program, so it might be up under a different name, but you have to learn how to use your outsources. But it's an early childhood development program that's usually ran in some cities. It is ran by high school kids, and it's to get your child ready for school, as well as teach some of the early childhood development students hands-on experience. But it's a very good program that you can find to put your kids in for 4 hours a day. That's what I've done for my son Daniel. Daniel is 3. He's been in the program since he was 1, and the program, both programs that I know that I have experienced, they start as early as 6 months old. But I think that you should, you know, you learn how to, you know, outsource your time. Like I said before, I've used care.com to help me with my kids. Jacob was a screamer. He was a screamer. It used to drive me crazy. So I would have the young girl come in at least 3 times a week for an hour, so that I can, you know, get things done around the house, because Jacob was such a handful when he was a baby. He was a preemie. I don't know. I don't know. He was driving me insane. And he still cries a lot. One day I was in the store and the lady was like, yeah, my son always whining, he's a Cancer. And I was like, I think Jacob is a Cancer. June 21st, yeah, he's a Cancer. And he hollers a lot, and that's why he always, you know, crying and upset and stuff. I didn't know, but they say Cancers are whiny like that. So I gotta look it up. We'll see what Google says. But anyway, yeah, I know how that can drive you insane. But you have to, as women, we have to learn how to budget our lifestyle through, you know, using outsources and thinking outside the box. Because I like, even now, like Saturday, Jalen had a football game. Was double booked on Friday. I didn't make it to both clients, so I had to try to squeeze one in that morning before he had a game. Then I still didn't even hardly make the game because I had to drive an hour across town to pick up my kids, which I left at home with my brother. And then I had to drive a whole hour back to the game. So I caught the last quarter of his game. You know, so it was crazy. That was a crazy morning. And I have a lot of crazy mornings like that. Like, I'm anticipating one this week, and I just haven't decided fully what I'm going to do about it. I'm just worked right now. I have so much to do that it's like, it gets stressful, you know. So that's exactly why when I saw Jazzy post, I was like, oh my God, girl, it be like that sometimes, but we have to get it together. And I, you know what I'm saying, I understand where you're coming from, for real, because, you know, being a mom is not easy. Even if you have a spouse, like my spouse works a lot, so I'm basically doing it all the time. So, well, not all the time. He helps when he's there, but like I said, he works a lot. So. Oh no, I thought I charged my camera. This is crazy. But yes, my point is, budgeting your lifestyle means organizing your life to where you can handle it. You know, I had to learn that structure is the key to keeping me sane and the kids on the path where they need to be to grow and develop. That took a lot of work, you know, getting them on a particular schedule, being here, being there at a certain time, me being there, being there at a certain time. So budgeting your lifestyle is not all about finances. It's about, you know, find the time for yourself, find the time for your kids, you know, and basically you just doing what you need to do to function in life, period. And, you know, I just hope that, you know, Jazzy, look at this video, girl, and grab yourself over to care.com and get that hour, girl, because it's worth it. It is worth it, girl. You might want to tip a little $5, $10, you know what I'm saying? But you know, care.com, I've met some wonderful young ladies on there. And I say young ladies because I just, you know, I figure ain't no grown woman, well, some of them do, I have had one, you know, comes over, just want to make that quick little couple dollars. The teenagers be on it, okay? And you know, I'm in the house, and you know, you put your little nanny cam, or when I first started using them, I had my baby monitor or whatever. So you just, it's only an hour for you to rest and keep your head together. Like I said, I used to have my nanny come after nap time, and while they're napping, I'm like cleaning and prepping for her to come, lay out what, you know, they gonna do or whatever for that hour. Most of the time it's lunch, then playtime or whatever, so she will feed them lunch or whatever, and then play with them, so I could just go and relax. Sometimes I didn't even sleep. I will soak my feet or something. But girl, you have to have that me time. And then, you know, just use your time wisely, because then after when they go to bed at night or whatever, you can feel more relaxed and rejuvenated, get that laundry done, get that editing done. You know what I'm saying? So we just gotta think logical. I've been in a lot of situations where I had to think outside the box and do what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? When I first started handy landy, I used to scrap my baby in the vagina on my back, and we on the bus and we going to work. You feel me? When I was out in the country, I had to find the nearest daycare I could walk him to went in there, told the lady what I was going through or whatever. You know, she worked with me on my little payments. Boom. You know, and
I would like to say jazzy beat.
And that was really well. It was a church right on the corner from my house, and she only charged me $50 a week to watch my son. And it was like right there, so I could walk him to daycare, and then I will take a 2-hour walk to work and 2 hours back.
I would like to say, jazzy, be strong, and remember that God never puts more on us than we can bear.